Next point, again, is also financial, and it's called the Geo Arbitrage. Geo Arbitrage does sound quite fancy right now, and at the beginning, I also really didn't know what it is about. But to explain it in an easy way, it's basically like when you have a high salary in the country that you write your invoices or that you work in, and with strong currencies like the euro, like the US dollars, but live in countries with weaker currencies or lower cost of living. So you have a higher quality of life through this higher purchasing power. Why is it called geo arbitrage? Because arbitrage always describes like a fluctuation, a difference, which is between those like two purchasing power levels, plus geo for geographical through your geographical position. And before I give you an example about how that actually works, think about it. You have a higher purchasing power, your money is worth more, you pay less. What does that bring you to you personally? You just have to worry less about money. You know, you can enjoy way more. You don't have to budget without even doing anything on your job. It just changes from one day to the other. And you might also want to work less because you can still maintain the same lifestyle because your money is worth more. Also going to explain that in my example. And through this extra time, for example, you work on your side hustle or you grow your main business. So there is really a big competitive advantage to people that, for example, stay at home and have this normal purchasing power. Also, you can save a lot of money for future investments, building an apartment, buying an apartment, retirement, I don't know, the house you always wanted, the crazy trip you always wanted to do. And of course, this also goes for the tax reduction that you have. So you have the geo arbitrage and you have the tax reduction. So there's going to be a lot you can save on, which somebody that stays in his or her country could never do. And through these new possibilities, you will definitely also grow your management skills. Only if you have money, you can check out what you're going to do with it. And now comes my example. So geo arbitrage is absolutely my favorite one, and especially when I started, this actually made my digital nomad life possible because, as you can remember from the About Me section, I didn't have a lot of money at the beginning. I had to get by like 1,000 to 1,500 euros per month, and this is not possible in Europe anymore. So in Mexico it was, because things were just so much cheaper. So let's go on with the 25% model. What is the 25% model? Are you ready? Kind of happy about this invention of myself. It means, okay, let's imagine you live in the States and you have an average income. You work 100% of working hours. That's going to be 40 hours, like probably everywhere in the world, with 100% of income. That's going to give, for example, 1,000 US dollars per week. With this, living in the US, you can get 100% of your living standard because it costs 100% the cost of living. Okay? Do you get me? So it means like the money you make there, it enables you this 100% because it costs also 100%, all of what you earn. And 100% countries are, for example, USA, France, Germany, Switzerland, Canada, where you're probably from yourself. Spain, basically all Western Europe countries. And here I want to show you this graphically as well. And everywhere it's 100% because you live in your country, pay in your country, and work in your country, hence make your income. Yes. So now you, for example, earn in the States, but you live in Argentina. Why did I choose Argentina? Because it's quite trendy, and there I could really feel how the geo arbitrage has its impact. Because you still work 100% of your working hours, you still get this 100% income, which is going to be 4,000 per month, but suddenly the cost of living are only 25%. So where you paid like 20 euros for a burger and fries in the States, now you pay only 5 euros. But of course you don't need more because you're full after one burger. And but you're still gonna want to spend your money, so you spend it in something else, which leverage your living standard. So you have this 4,000 euros, but you can get 4 times much as it just by the fact that you live in Argentina. So your living standard will rise by the factor 4, which means like you're not going to live in a small studio apartment. No, now you have a 3 bed apartment. You don't have to just eat fast food. No, you can actually go to like very, very good steakhouses. I can recommend the steaks in Argentina. And you can go out 3 times per week. You don't have to limit yourself. You don't have to think about the money. And still at the end of the month, there's going to be more left over than before. And what are those countries? Argentina, because I think it's a good mix of like safety, beauty, and this geo arbitrage. Mexico is quite famous, Colombia, and all the Asian countries. In Europe, I want to go give up Albania. You can research on more, and if you want to know more, you can also ask me. And yeah, this goes on. So this is like the possibility if you really want to keep on working 100%. But a lot of people will definitely leave their country to get like less stressed, because their old job stressed them in the office, whatever. And so they want to work less. And I can tell you this also works because already with 25% of your income in the US, because of the cost of living is also 1/4, you can still have 100% of your lifestyle. So nothing changes, just the fact that you work 1/4 of the time that you would originally work. And you have 30 hours now, because we talk about working 40 hours, to do something you love. And that's a lot of time. And coming back to the slide before, 30 hours is also a lot of time to invest in your side hustle or in your current business. I give you a good example. So let's say you left your job and now you kind of say, fuck, I'm struggling because I know I need the money. Living here is so expensive, my apartment. And where should I take the time extra to invest in my freelance business, for example? I have this friend, Drum. I met him at a party in Buenos Aires, and his dream is to become like social media manager, and for DJs. And he basically started from, a low level, and he's growing now, but he knew he couldn't sustain himself in Canada. So he moved to Argentina. And by the money he made in Argentina, he could have never survived in Canada, but in Argentina he can. So he gets this time just to the Geo Arbitrage to actually invest time into his business, and now it's growing. Another advantage, or another example better, let's say you're a freelancer and you work for a very low hourly salary, which is going to be like 30 euros. You're going to work 10 hours per week. So this 25%, and you're going to work from Argentina. And with this, you're going to have like 1,200 euros per month. With that, you have more than most Argentinians and can have a very, very solid life. Meaning you have a great life, you don't have to stress anymore, but you still have 30 hours to invest to grow your business or your side hustle. Isn't that nice? So this is definitely an advantage that is countering your consideration that you won't have time enough to grow your business. You just have to move to one of those countries, and I can tell you, it's better than you actually think. It's pretty amazing. Yes. Or you choose the middle one, which is the model that also a lot of you might prefer. It means like you work half time, but you still have double the standard of your living, which is a nice way in between. Yes. I hope this got a little bit more clear about the geo arbitrage. And if not, just ask me, okay? And I will elaborate a little bit more on it.